Good afternoon and welcome to the Entrepreneurs Live Show. Today we're going to blow your mind completely. We are interviewing a special guest that yeah, I think nobody has done this before. So I am quite excited to introduce an extremely special guest today. We've got nobody else except the great legend himself. We've got Santa Claus in the house, guys. So I would love it if we can welcome Santa.
Hello, South Africa. How are you all doing today?
Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps here. I'm meeting the legend. I'm talking to the legend himself. Oh, Santa, this is so awesome. Would you love to share with us what you are doing? Where are you now? Because it looks so beautiful there by you.
Well, I'm actually in my lounge on the North Pole. You can see it's snowing here at the moment, which is nothing unusual. Got a nice, cozy little fire burning there, which helps to keep things a little bit warm. It's daylight at the moment, and it's nice and fresh at the moment. I think we're sitting at about minus 30 degrees.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, I'm down on the south coast of South Africa, and we've got the opposite. It's about 30 degrees Celsius here today. So it's extremely hot. You can see I'm in shorts and enjoying this, having a nice ice water. Oh man, I can't tell you. I'm so excited. I feel like, yay, I've got Santa with me. Oh, Santa, share your story with us. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear. I've been waiting 37 years to hear the story. So please share with me your story.
Sure. It's a very long story. I was born in a little village called Myra, which is in modern day Turkey, in the year 328. I've been around for, yes, many,
Wow.
many years. I've been around for a long, long time. I have been depicted by many people. There are many Santa performance artists because obviously I can't get everywhere every day, all the time. I can't be in more places than one. So I have a lot of people that help me. You can be a future Santa if you grow a beard. And yes, it is 100% real. Um, yes,
Wow.
so there's a lot of people that portray me, and it's wonderful. It gives an opportunity for the spirit of Christmas to be spread throughout the world all at the same time.
Wow.
Originally, I was known in my village as a secret gift giver. I tried to keep my identity quiet, that nobody knew, but it always gets out. Um, I was in a very small village in your part of the world, KwaZulu Natal. It would probably relate to about Port Shepstone or Margate sized town, which is very, very small, although I think it's Margate has grown a lot. I've noticed over the years of visiting in that area. Yeah, so my little village was quite a small little town, so it was bound to get out sooner or later that it was me that was surprising people, not only children but adults also, that would also get special little treats, you know, every so now and again.
Oh man, that's awesome. I know I'm one of those. And I'm going to ask you this following question. Do you still have your naughty and good list?
I, I've never had a naughty list.
See?
We at the North Pole, we concentrate on positive feedback. So we pay more attention to the good that people do, and we don't dwell on the negative. That is not a very positive outcome.
Yes.
Everybody's naughty, myself included. Mrs. Claus spanks me on the hand every now and again because I'll have 4 or 5 cookies when I'm only supposed to have two. so so there is no real naughty list. It was a threat basically to children to behave themselves, or they would
Ah.
not get any gifts. There are many rumors about different things that I used to do and things that I do and what have you, and it's been twisted a little bit to benefit adults that are having difficult children. Coal, for example, giving coal for Christmas. Well, coal is not actually a bad thing. You can see how nice and cold it is outside. Coal is a good thing. Throw it on the fireplace. So Yes, so I am a Santa that really does buy gifts and give gifts to exceptional children.
Oh man, that is absolutely awesome to hear. Now tell us a little bit more. What is your plans like for this coming Christmas, especially with everything happening in the world this year? How will
With
you be doing your traveling?
with COVID 19 outbreak worldwide, we are fortunate it hasn't hit us. We are very isolated, so we don't get visitors here. We don't have visitors, so we are very fortunate as far as that is concerned. But we do keep up to date with what's happening in the rest of the world, and in a lot of places, like for example in the United States of America, you may have heard of it, and the United Kingdom. There's been a lot of malls and functions that have been cancelled due to COVID. There's a lot of places that are going back into a lockdown. UK at the moment is in a solid lockdown. There's no going out anywhere except for essential services until the early stages of December. Um, so there's been a lot of mall visits that have been cancelled. I personally love to visit malls in South Africa actually, um, because it's nice and warm. But yeah, so this year there will be some performance artists that will still be sitting in malls and things like that. I personally won't be visiting a mall. Last year I was in a Mampton Toti, down on the KZN South Coast. It's a little north of where you guys are. And during 16 days while I was visiting there, I had in excess of 6,500 children come and sit on Santa's lap for photographs.
Wow.
Now, with COVID-19, it can take around about 2 weeks before you even know you have it. And what happens if the first child to sit on my lap on the first day of the 16 was positive for COVID, but nobody knows it? Now that child has given it to me. What happens now is I wind up giving it to the next child and the next child. And after 14 days, how many children could I possibly have infected unintentionally, obviously? What happens is the first person that anybody's going to blame, Father Christmas. Everybody's going to blame the common denominator that has been in contact with all of these children, including the parents of the child that actually started the whole problem. So this year it's virtual visits. Like we are busy with the virtual visit right now. This is what will be happening this year, with as far as I'm concerned. I have a lot of friends that will be joining me on virtual visits during the course of the holiday season. Even after the holiday season, I get a lot of requests for children to speak to me on the phone or via Zoom, to say thank you for gifts that they received and to tell me basically about how their day went, how Christmas Day went for them. And I love it. I look forward to it every single year. It's not really new for me. Yeah, so this year it's mostly virtual visits. It's not worth the risk, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not too worried about getting it, catching COVID-19, but I am very worried about passing it on to a child or an elderly person that is visiting with a child.
That is a
It's not
beautiful
worth the risk.
message.
It's not worth the risk to me to infect a child, with any kind of a illness.
No, definitely, I agree with you there, Santa, because, end of the day, it's a season of giving, and we don't want to give the wrong things. So
Yes.
we want to protect them, and that's quite awesome, Santa. Yeah, yes, wow. I'm just on awe, I'm like, yay, I've got Santa with me, you know. It's just one of those things. It's extremely awesome. And man, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, with the virtual visits that you're going to do, are you planning to do it on social media also to put messages out to the children? How would you like to do that?
I will actually be recording later on today a message that I will be posting on my own Facebook page. I'm actually on Facebook. I'm a hip Santa. I will be
Hey,
posting on my Facebook page. I actually have a few. I'm also the founder of Real Bearded Santas of South Africa, Santa's Guild, it's called. And I'm the founder of the fraternity of Real Bearded Santas for South Africa. And
oh,
I will be
beautiful.
posting on there also this message that I actually just shared with you now, about virtual visits and how people can book virtual visits and things like that, and how it actually works and what have you. Obviously, it's not only myself; it is other portrayal artists that portray Santa. that will be helping with that as far as that is concerned. Jingle Ring in the United States have several patrol artists and my helpers that will be helping with things like that. But it's a much better option. When you go to a mall, for example, you stand in a line in a mall for sometimes half an hour, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes, sometimes an hour. It depends how long the line is. And then your child comes along and it's a quick sit on Santa's lap and a quick photograph. At best, that might be a 2 minute or 3 minute experience, and then you're off because it's the next person. And that's all very well because I love to get the picture. That is why I say to parents, when they bring a new child that doesn't know me yet, bring them backwards so they don't see me. So I'll take the child and jiggle them around a little bit, put him on the lap, smile, take the picture before the child even knows what's going on. And then we have a look to see what happens when the child sees Santa. And quite often, of course, as I'm accustomed to, it's laughs and smiles and awe and everything like that. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And
Oh,
sometimes it's not so nice.
well, I can imagine those kids going like, ah.
Yes. And
Go.
so what happens in a mall visit is usually very rushed because if your child is a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit uneasy and things like that, it's been standing in a line for a long time. These things do affect children also. It's not only adults that get hot and frustrated, children even more so because they don't understand what's going on. So your visit with Santa at a mall is very, very short, whereas a virtual visit averages around about 7 to 10 minutes. And what happens is when people request a booking with me to have a virtual visit with their children, is I'll send them a questionnaire. And it's quite a concise questionnaire because I want to try and find out as much as I possibly can about your children. The reason why is because it makes a difference for authenticity. If I know your child's pet, I know your child's pet name, and I know if you've got a shelf on the elf, and I know the name of that shelf on the elf, and I know the good deeds of the child that they've done, and I know their favorite teacher and their favorite subject, things like that. I've had comments before where the child will turn around to the mother the following day, still in awe, still very happy with their visit with me, and they say that must be the real Santa, because how did he know my elf's name? You understand? So there's a lot
I
of
love
questions
it.
that you ask to try and make the visit authentic. In a mall, you don't have time for that. Santa doesn't have time to first talk to you ahead of time to find out a little bit about the child. It's normally hand signals. And sometimes it's a little difficult to interpret parents' hand signals as to whether the child has a favorite toy or anything like that. And so it's always rushed. There isn't really enough time. Whereas a virtual visit is a personalized visit specific for that child. I've been doing virtual visits for a little while now. I do birthday greetings through the year where I'll
Oh,
contact the child
wow.
for their birthday. That's been exceptionally good, and I'll phone them. I'll give them a call through Zoom or something like that, a WhatsApp call or something like that, and I'll wish them happy birthday on their birthday. That sort of thing. So it's virtual visits is far more personal, far more interesting. Having a conversation like we are now with the child or with the family.
Oh man, I'm absolutely honored with this. This is beautiful. Now, Santa, I'm going to ask you this. If people want to book their sessions with you, how can I do that?
On my website, I will be posting the questions as well as the prices accordingly. It, pricing depends on the duration of the call and how many people. Obviously, if you're a family with one child or two children, it's usually a very short call because there is only so much you can say before the child starts to lose interest because all the awe is gone. But if you've got 20 children there or three families or whatever, obviously is going to extend longer. So I need to be able to pre-book that so I don't book other people in a time slot that I need in order to
Yes, yes.
entertain your whole family. So it'll work like that. I will very soon later on in the week or maybe next week because we're already at the end of this week. I will post on my pages. I will give you the links to those pages that you can post if you wish, and it'll give the details on how the virtual visit works, how the bookings work, and that sort of thing.
Awesome, awesome. What we'll do is, as soon as we've got those links, people, we'll take those links, we'll put it down in a video, put it in the back of the video also, put it in our comments, and share it all over social media so everybody can book a session with Santa. I mean, wow. I'm going to book sessions with you, Santa. So this is going to be awesome. You know, it's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Thank you for what you're doing for the people for centuries that you've been doing it, and just absolutely being amazing, you know, giving hope to the people that really need hope. So thank you for being with us today and taking the time out of your busy schedule, especially this time of the year. And we really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. There is just one other thing that I would like to
Yeah,
add, if I
sure.
may. A lot of people, Christmas time has become very commercialized. Um, and of course, I have mentioned that there is a fee involved in booking a Santa visit, a virtual visit, and things like that. But I want you to understand something. It's the same when I visit the mall. I get paid to visit the mall for the photographer so that they can make an income over the December season. As I said to you earlier on, I'm a Santa that actually buys gifts for exceptional children. Last year, one of the charities that I was actively involved with was a place called Bobby Bear, which is based in Amanzimtoti. Bobby Bear is a rescue organization or a safe haven for children who have been raped and abused.
Oh
And I
my.
went to visit the children at Bobby Bear. I wound up having three visits with them actually, and some of those children have never experienced Christmas. They had no idea what Christmas was. So it was something completely new to them. They had to be told who this person was that was going to visit them. They didn't have any idea. That year, from the from the funds that I earned, from the money that I earned as Santa, I put back into the community around about 75%. Okay, so the money that I earn, I give back. I bought Christmas presents for these guys. I spent money on sponsorship for them as well as a few other children. There are Christmas presents that I buy that I actually do buy. A lot of people think, oh no, it's mom and dad that just writes on the letter it was from Santa and everything like that. But I actually do buy gifts for exceptional children. Now I have to specify exceptional children. An exceptional child is not somebody who picks up the poop from their dog. That is called responsibility. Exceptional children are those who go out into the community and give of themselves for no reward. Little Sally that goes to the local SPCA and goes and helps to wash the dogs because the staff don't have the time. That's an exceptional child.
Yes, yes.
So people can nominate these exceptional children, and if we have sufficient funding as an organization of Santa's Guild, if we have sufficient funding and sponsorship, which we're always looking for, and we have enough sponsorship, then we buy a gift for that child. Not a 20 Rand gift. Rand, it is what you currency use in South Africa, yes?
Yes,
You know, not dollars,
yes.
Rand. If we have sufficient rands, uh, you know, then we don't buy a 20 Rand gift. We buy a 400-500 Rand gift. We buy something that is exceptional for the exceptional child. It must make a huge impact, and that's what we do. That is why I am who I am. I am Santa because I have a passion for making children extremely happy, and that is who I am. That is what I like to do. That is why I do what I do.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So what we'll do is also, if anybody feels like they want to get in contact with Santa, the details will be on screen. I suggest everybody get involved and get behind what Santa is doing. Support him for his cause that he's doing. Support him to do what he's doing and get the message out there. You know, this is beautiful. Again, I can only say thank you. Um, it's really touched my heart what you're doing. It's something that's amazing. It's something that's making a difference, and it's teaching children values. So thank you for that, Santa. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And thank you again. I just want to say this again. Thank you for being with us and making time. I still can't believe I've got you. So that's quite awesome. And we look forward to it, Santa, and seeing you again. And you anytime welcome on the show. Just let us know when you're available and you want to talk. We will always make time for you. Thank you for being with us.
I will make time for you. I will make time for you.
Thank you
You are
very
one of
much.
my top fans.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're very
So,
welcome.
so, listeners, viewers, we say thank you to Santa. This is one of the most special guests we've ever had on the show. And we are looking forward to seeing what is happening with Santa all over the world. Have a beautiful day and see you again tomorrow for another awesome interview. And Santa, thank you again.
You're welcome.